some good shit. That is all I have.
Oh, Jesus!
The hell?
I think he had a cave-in.
Oh, no.
Robo? Oh, never mind. He's okay. Hey, Robert, how's it going?
I moved some stuff. I'd moved some stuff to pull these boxes out from under it. And that started to collapse as I was. I looked up, I heard something, and it was like, wait a second. Is that microphone? It is. There we go. Okay, people, welcome back to another Foosh Weekly. As always, I'm Robo, and it was recently pointed out to me that I've been starting each episode of the weekly lately with, oh, there's so many toys to talk about. It's too much. And I'll be honest, the last few that I got into edits, I was going through, and wait, why am I talking about this again? It's just over and over and over. So in an effort to break the monotony, to change things up, we're going to talk about something different, like... I honestly have nothing. What are we going to talk about? No. Oh, how's everybody been? Good? Been kind of rainy here, but hot. That's the big thing. I need to change up my lights or something, because I'm having to point the camera over to the side just slightly to keep shadow out of it. Kicking things off with a couple of things we already knew about. We had seen the grayscale prototype for the Kaiyodo Amazing Yamaguchi My Hero Academia Todoroki, and with no colors on it, it's just kind of a kid in jumpsuit. But now with the full solicitation coming out this week, we get all the pictures, all the effects, all the colors, and it just brings it to life. And didn't I say it would come with some fire and ice effects? The holes in the forearms were a dead giveaway. These help spruce the base figure up a whole hell of a lot. Because again, even with the colors, it could be construed as, you know, just, hey, I'm in a jumpsuit, I'm gonna go fight crime. But with the fires and the ices, woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Also comes with several face and hair options, and again, another way to show his powers. It's not so much icy on this side, but fiery on this side. Yeah, that if I were to get this, that's how it would be displayed. And at this point, we're used to seeing the Amazing Yamaguchi My Hero Academia figures coming with those clear onomatopoeia display pieces. And here, the sounds of fire and ice, it's so close. Look at that. I mean, they nearly nailed it. Just one more letter. There you go. That's what I like. It's almost as if it's calling my name. I mean, I already like Amazing Yamaguchi. I already like My Hero Academia. I need Todoroki to go with the rest. And whoosh. Kaiyodo is building up one hell of a My Hero Academia display. $80 due out in December. Same thing here. Last week we saw an unpainted prototype for the Jazwares Halo Infinite Spartan Yoroi. I gotta read that. Too many words, I don't know. Except instead of a pre-order, we're just getting a look at the Paint Master itself. So, the base figure with colors on top of it. And, like I said last week, if this wasn't branded Halo, I would have no clue where this is from because of how much it kind of veers from the base design I'm used to when seeing Halo armors. Now, with the reds and golds, I still can't. If you handed me this without the packaging, I'd be like, oh, this looks like a cool action figure, but I don't know where it's from. For someone like me who tends to buy figures, or well, some figures out of curiosity, or the ability to shove it into unrelated displays because of my lack of knowledge of the character or the property, tempting. This may be my first test drive with the Jazwares Halo line. I have no experience with it, but I like their Fortnite line, and I like the AEW figures I've got, so they have to compare on some level, right? Unless you Halo fans know something I don't know. To me, Techno Samurai. Right? And if you're a hardcore Halo fan, your eye's just twitching right now. But you'll get used to it if you keep on watching the channel. Again, something we've already seen, but it was only carded shots of the Mattel Masters of the Universe, Masterverse Revelation Wave 2. Now we have loose shots. Just gives us a better look at the figures. Loose, posed, different angles, and I have to say, much like Wave 1, based on these pictures, I'm not feeling them. But also like Wave 1, I expect to like them a lot more when I get them in hand. There's just something about Mattel's promotional images that, I don't know if it's the white or the posing, or just there's something about it. Maybe the wonky proportions that are on purpose, I suppose, are just accentuated in 2D. Long limbs, small heads, just blah, blah, blah. You can't help looking at them without feeling the plastic. But I'm going to need Man-at-Arms because he'll fit right in with He-Man. And we know that because that's He-Man's body. Same with Spikor. He just has spiky elements and then the torso cover. But I'll take any kind of wacky villain they want to give. Out of the package, it doesn't seem as pin-headed as what we saw in the package, but still small noggin. Can't be helped. Again, that's the aesthetic they're going for. But I do like the option for regular left hand or pokey, sticky trident thingy. Teela is in her post-time jump costume, which I don't mind at all. I'm happy with that, and it'll go with the other post-time jump costumes, but my nostalgia bone's just a twangin', and I do need the classic look. I made the joke last week about the show giving Mattel just all kinds of excuses to double up on each character because of the time spread. And it looks like that's what they're going to do, because they have to do the same with Beastman, right? I'm assuming it's a bigger body, longer limbs, just that posture to it, that all they'd have to do is use most of this same body, put the harness on, some straps with the spiky things, and you have a more classic looking Beastman. $23 each, due out in September. I don't think we've talked about the Mattel WWE Ultimate Edition New Generation Arena crowdfund project that they kicked off a few weeks ago. Recap, it's a spiffy looking ring with all kinds of details for the turnbuckles. You can raise up the mat and there's wood planks underneath, the ring gear or the ring skirts around it, the LED entranceway that lights up. The choice to include an Ultimate Edition diesel is kind of weird though, but hey, you just roll with it. $250, a goal of 5,000 pieces sold. At 7,000 pieces, you get Doink the Clown. At the 8,000 units sold stretch goal, you get new ring skirts for around the outside. Everything looks nice, but the initial chatter of the high price and then the unfortunate timing of going head-to-head with the HasLab Galactus, it didn't get off to the greatest of starts, hitting about 1,300 units. That is until yesterday's announcement for the early bird exclusive Macho Madness Announcers Pack. The campaign goes until August 22nd, but if you pledge before August 13th, you get an announcer's table with soft goods tablecloth, 2 monitors, 2 microphones, and 2 blue folding chairs along with Macho Man in his WrestleMania 10 gear. They even include an additional hat with microphone built in, but they don't actually show the figure. I'm guessing this is kind of spur of the moment thing. They don't, oh, we better throw something in, get a surge. And that's exactly what happened. It's up to 1856 as I record this. 37% backed, 16 days to go. If you're interested in this, go back it and see what happens. The McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Gold Label Superman Energized Unchained armor popped up on Walmart this week, and I don't know what to think of it. I like the original figure, even though I haven't read the storyline, but it's just a big, dumb, fun Superman mech. But to see it in these colors with a dark metallic base and then yellow and red just splashed all over it, I don't know if I love it or if I hate it. I think I'd like it better without the S-Shield. Just take away that branding altogether and I can fit it anywhere I want, like in Fortnite. I can use this as some kind of condiment android. Would you like some mustard or ketchup with that? Perhaps a nice horseradish?
No! Oh, there you go, justifying another purchase. Get out. Get out of here. Get. The companies are just gonna take all you got until you either die or run out of money. And, hey, I'm just here speaking the truth.
Yeah. Come get some! Oh. Where was I? Ketchup and mustard. $20 wasn't in stock the last time I looked, but keep on checking if you're into funky robots. Flame Toys released their solicitation in full spread for the Furai model G.I.Joe Speed Cycle, and it's a perfectly fine motorcycle. There's the red, there's the black, there's the Arashikage symbols, there's optional machine guns for the front, and then racks for the back for Snake Eyes swords and his rocket launcher, I guess. But really, it's the Snake Eyes model kit that we all joined this party for, and that was solicited at the same time. Looks to be a fairly nice, lithe, clean body, some straps here, some pouches there, but not as much as what we saw in the classified line. I don't have any experience with Furai models other than the, was it Skywarp I built from Transformers? So I'm used to the big chunky design. It gets a little thin in places on the human form for a model kit, especially the knees. And I don't know how much I like the head with the crazy ninja visor down. It seems too far, like a nose guard. Perfect world, since it's a less busy look, I'd like to see this in some sunbow purple hues or shading, just to kind of veer it that way. But that's what model kits are for, some painting. You're supposed to do some work to it after you put it together. At least that's the thoughts that were going through my head until I saw the pre-order page on Dorkside Toys, and it's advertised as 1/12 scale, but then the actual size is 5.2 inches tall from the feet to the top of the head. That may be too short for my display, I'm thinking. $45 a piece, $45 for the motorcycle, $45 for Snake Eyes, and they're scheduled for December. Look at this. This is a perfect mixture of some Robo don't know and some Robo do know. So it's causing an unscratchable itch at the bottom of my brain pan. I see things and it's, oh, wait, oh. I've heard about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers crossover comic, but of course I haven't read it. You guys know me by now. But you show me some plastic and you got my attention. And honestly, I'm torn. One, Donatello in black just... When I first saw the 2-pack of him and Leonardo, who did they put in there with Leo? I don't know. It's Donatello. Oh no. I'm also having a hard time of accepting that they're turtles. In my brain, when I look at these, they look like regular dudes in turtle shells. But that was explained today during their live stream, that even when the teenagers morph into the Power Rangers, they get bigger and muscly. So having kind of a midway point between Turtles and Ranger, I guess that's what they were going for here. A blend is what I think they said. And even me, as a window shopper of Power Rangers, who just kind of, from the outside looking in, oh, there's Power Rangers and stuff, realized they managed to slip another Pink Ranger into our displays, or, well, your displays. I don't buy Power Rangers. But this is the first one without a skirt. And going back to the, I was never talking about the unmasked heads, but going back to Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, and April, the unmasked heads are kind of a mixed bag. The turtles are super cartoony, but you get to April, and then the Raphael and Tommy 2-pack, they have kind of a realistic spin on them. So the turtle heads stand out. On top of that, literally and figuratively, when you put those on the figures, they seem a little bit small because of the proportions of the bodies. But I do like the look with the helmets on. So Tommy, with the mask on as a foot soldier, that may be my favorite iteration of a foot soldier ever. But Shredder, more than any of them, makes me wonder what a full-on Hasbro Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles line would look like. Just their style, their articulation. But I'm sure there's like licensing hoops out the ass that they have to jump through. 2-packs are $50 a piece. Shredder is $30. They're scheduled for next April, which is, yeah, April. I get it. But I can only assume that with shipping getting worse and worse, or more behind, they're just saying April and hoping for the best that it comes out earlier than that. Something else that we thought would be licensing nightmare, but has turned out pretty good for Hasbro, is Fortnite. We all know their Victory Royale series is coming. Royale, so fancy. But they may be coming earlier than we thought. As always, Preternia.com has his finger on the Fortnite pulse and has found listings on Amazon for some upcoming Victory Royale figures, and they're scheduled for October. Our understanding was the license would change hands in 2022, probably as early as possible. So, I don't know, maybe there's, again, loopholes, or I'm no lawyer. Hell, I'm barely a toy news guy. Could they come out earlier, or is this just some random date Amazon came up with, and then if you got your pre-order in, you would get delay emails until January 1st, because that's happened a lot too. The listings do give us a cleaner, closer look at Wave 1 though, in actual plastic form, like with who we already knew about, Chaos Agent. Looking like some kind of symbiote spy. He's in the Marvel Universe, and he just got a little fraction of the symbiote. It helps him get in and out of places. And it is kind of an Into the Spider-Verse style. I'm seeing Lynx as some kind of armored up Catwoman, although that may be a bit too on the nose, a bit too easy. So how about we go with old school Star Wars comic book bounty hunter that can hang out with Jackson. He's weird and wacky. This can be weird and wacky. All kinds of possibilities for Midas Rex. Maybe he's a time-displaced Knight of the Round Table who is just trying to make his way in a future land. But I think Ripley is the most fun. I can see him as kind of Glob Herman's cousin, who was picked up by the military before he could enroll at Xavier's school. And like the Halo fans earlier, the Fortnite fans are probably blowing gaskets right now. But that is most of the reason I love this line. I can just do whatever I want. I can have fun. And you know what else I think is fun? Star Wars figures. You know what we haven't talked about in a couple of months? Star Wars figures, at least when it comes to new characters. And we did talk about the carbonized figures a couple weeks ago, but those don't count. I want new characters. So that's why I'm going to break my one rule and talk about listings, not actual plastic. And that means yakface.com, because him and his detective skills pulled up a listing for Ponda Baba on Amazon Australia. Now, we already knew about this from the PulseCon exclusive Cantina Showdown pack, but here, this proves that he's coming as a single pack later. It does say one accessory, so I'm guessing that'll be the blaster, not his flipper hands. They're going to leave that as exclusives. And how do you shoot a gun like this? I guess a specialized Star Wars blaster? But even better, Yakface posted this image, which again is an Amazon Australia listing for a Yavin 4 Princess Leia. That means Ceremony Leia. That means we have somebody for Ceremony Luke to go with now. That's what I'm talking about. Where's the Star Wars Fan First Friday or Monday or Wednesday or Thursday or Tuesday? I was about to go into Saturday and Sunday, but well, I don't know. PulseCon's coming up and that will be Saturday and Sunday, so Saturday, Sunday. Something Star Wars, damn it. I'm going through withdrawals, Hasbro. Hit me. Hit me! Finally, we've already rambled several times about the Hasbro HasLab Marvel Legends Galactus. It's 32 inches tall. It's 300 parts and pieces. Tons of articulation. LEDs in the head and the torso. 3 swappable faceplates. $400. Goal of 14,000 units sold. I always have to change that up because they say backers, but that doesn't mean backers, because backers can order more than one. So that kind of skews the numbers. They mean units sold. Right now we're sitting at 10,789 backers with 24 days to go. So I have no doubt this is going to get funded. But in an effort to push things along, they went ahead and decided to show us our first stretch goal this week. Frankie Ray Nova was exactly who I was expecting. Maybe not as the first stretch goal, but she's a clean base body, new head, new flame hair. It was inevitable. Oh, that's Thanos, isn't it? Not Galactus. But I like the shine. And hopefully the translucency of the hair works out better than Dormammu with the yellows and the reds, just to tie into the gold but flame effect. She unlocks at 16,000 units sold. Again, not impossible. 24 days to go. It's doing what it needs to do. But now I have to wonder what's different about that Silver Surfer and why they waited until after Nova to announce him. Maybe we'll find out during next week's Marvel Legends Fan First. Are they doing it? Yep, Monday. Of course they're doing it Monday. These guys ever sleep? It's constant with them. Hey, have a talk with the Star Wars guys. Get more stuff out over there too. And that's it for this week, I think. Probably not. Again, we'll swing back around next week. If you're interested in seeing any of these pictures up close without me all... I'll be posting all of those with links to pre-orders and more information on the Foosh front page Saturday at noon. And something I've been thinking about lately, I'm probably going to start talking less and less about 7-inch scale stuff. This is the Foosh. We mostly look at 1/12 scale. So when it comes to like the Batmans, the Supermans, and the DC Multiverse line, I'm probably going to phase those out here in the upcoming weeks, unless it fits in, like the Superman I talked about earlier, the mustard and ketchup robot. You can take that, put it into a 1/12 display, into your Marvel Legend, or your Mafex, whatever. Same thing with Marvel Select. I don't talk about the regular characters, but if it's a biggin, like Titanium Man, who is supposed to be large in 1/12 scale, yeah, I'll probably talk about stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, it may change in a couple of weeks whenever, oh, look at all this neat stuff that just got shown. But for the most part, at least as I'm thinking right now, I'm going to try to stick to just 6-inch, 1/12 scale. But Marvel Legends is 6.5, it's a little bit bigger. Yeah, I know. I know, but it's closer than the big honking figures that we usually see at 7-inch. Unless it's Spawn. Spawn is only available from McFarlane Toys, so it only makes sense to talk about them. And Spawn is a larger-than-life character. I'm already making concessions. I'm already, oh, well, I can talk about this, but I don't have to talk about this. I don't know what's going to happen. Next week it may be different. But as, oh, wait, there's NECA too, huh? I don't, like I said, we'll see. That's just me rambling on, giving you my thought process of how I go into every weekly. It's just should I? Shouldn't I? Should I? But if you enjoyed this Foosh Weekly, comment, like, subscribe. Much love to the plus. If you're interested in seeing videos early or in a position to help out the channel, patreon.com. But wherever you may be watching this, I'll always catch you on the Foosh. What about Mattel? Is WWE kind of a larger scale? They're big old long legs? Again, I'm just throwing it out there. I've been trying to fit it into this whole video of, man, there's a lot of toy news. And when there's a lot of toy news, it seems like the bigger scale stuff that I'm not as interested in just kind of gets, oh, here's this, and who knows. Again, we'll see next week.